This podcast is brought to you by the School of Advanced Study, University of London. All of our podcasts are available from our website, www.sas.ac.uk.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished academics, Ambassador Rodriguez, and in particular the representatives of indigenous communities in Colombia. I'm delighted to welcome you here on behalf of the British government. This is an important event at an important moment in Colombia's history. Once again, peace-loving Colombians are seeking to bring an end to the conflicts which have plagued their nation for so long. I'm sure we all wish the government and the other participants in the peace talks every success. It is the history of conflict and instability which provides the context for our discussions today. Mining is both an expensive and a lucrative business. It is often controversial and can be dangerous for miners, local communities, and the environment. The Colombian government has defined it as an engine for growth in the national economy. But as with any engine, we must make sure both that it remains on the track and that in doing so, it does useful work pulling the wagons of social development behind it. The Colombian government under President Santos is working hard to embrace the opportunities and address the problems posed by the rapid expansion of the sector. The scale of that expansion has been striking, with a nearly 40% growth in coal exports in 2011, just one example. The challenges are correspondingly significant. On one hand, ensuring that investment continues to flow into the country and that illegal mining is regularized or eliminated, that proper royalties are paid, and that permitting processes are efficient and transparent. Whilst on the other, engaging in meaningful consultation with local people about both their experiences and their aspirations. From a British government perspective, we see the implementation of the UN's guiding principles as key. They give the Colombian government a clear framework for action and a starting point to focus its efforts. The principles also set out what is expected of businesses, and their implementation should improve relationships between businesses and civil societies. The British Embassy in Bogotá has contributed to two specific initiatives in this area, working closely with Colombian partners. A white paper by Fundación Ideas para la Paz and a case study on the economics of business action on human rights by the Centro de Recursos para el Análisis de Conflictos. Together, these projects have engaged hundreds of businesses and helped spread understanding of the issues at stake. We hope to do more in the years ahead as part of a long-term partnership with the Colombian government. In November 2011, during President Santos's visit to the UK, the two countries underlined their commitment to implementing the guiding principles. John Ruggie's visit to Colombia next year will be an important event. British companies are involved in two of the largest mining operations in Colombia, at Cerrejón and Cerro Matoso, as well as many other sites across the country. Often these mines are in areas scarred by violence, drug trafficking, and the displacement of local people. We will continue to strongly encourage practice in line with the highest international standards from these companies, and believe that they can make a significant contribution to improving the quality of the marketplace in which they operate. However, we do not underestimate the scale of the challenges or the hardships endured by local communities in Colombia. We believe that an effectively regulated mining sector has a central role to play in the development of the nation's economy and society. We ourselves have a long, proud, and sometimes very bitter experience of the impact mining can have in the UK. My colleague Tom Kennedy will set out this afternoon what the UK government is doing to implement the guiding principles nationally. My own family is originally from Northumberland, which, together with Yorkshire and Wales, formed the backbone of the British coal mining industry in the 19th and 20th centuries. My own childhood memories in the 1970s and early 80s are of driving past imposing black spoil heaps on our way north for rather cold summer holidays. Year by year, these spoil heaps turned green as some mines closed, time passed, and technology and business practices improved. As a child, I found watching that transformation inspiring. As an adult, I've been directly involved in establishing the regulations for mining waste in the European Union and a range of other environmental legislation. Before then, I played a role in developing international sanctions against the Nigerian regime of General Abacha in the aftermath of the judicial murder of Ken Saro-Wiwa. Ken was a prominent campaigner for the rights of his community in the oil-rich yet badly polluted Niger Delta. Mining is a controversial and important industry. Amongst the distinguished group of speakers and participants here today, there will be many different perspectives. The lesson for me has been that working together with the right degree of humility and determination, we should be able to keep the fast-moving train that is mining, both on the track and delivering social benefits for Colombians. I'm very grateful to ABC Colombia and the University of London for organising this event to help us in achieving that goal. Muchas gracias por su atención.